Hello everybody, welcome to LearnStocks101.com. It's our free market video. It is Tuesday, August 19th, 2014. I titled this one a little extended because that's what the markets are, but there's different ways to speak of being extended. There's overbought situations, there's at extensions, there's moving away from the moving averages. We've sort of got a combination of a couple of those. All the indices are extended away from the moving average. You can see extended away from that 8 EMA pretty clearly on the SPY, but still has room to run up to extensions. Even though I have the first extension at 201.37, I think that 200 level will be a good psychological level barrier. But this has run pretty well off the lows, making a bunch of higher lows all the way up on a closing basis, but extended away from the 8 EMA. So it's one of those situations we got to pay attention. Even though it has room to run, it's extended. The Qs are the poster child for being extended. Because that is coming up to the 1-2 or through the 1272 and up approaching the 1618 extension and extended away from the moving averages. IWM is similar to the SPY, except we have other resistance to worry about or other past price action to be concerned with. I'm going to put that fib back on. What we're looking for, again, this looks just like the SPY approaching the highs, but still has room if it breaks out to extensions at 117.22 and 119.23. But again, extended away from the moving averages. And the thing that we really have going on, and we still have to pay attention to here, is that the bonds still have not broken trend. So it's not like, okay, everything's fine and dandy, we're going to just take all our money out of bonds, which is what happens when the market goes really bullish. Money's either in bonds or it's not. So money's not really coming out of bonds. So I think people believe the rally, but they're still putting some money aside in the bond market to be safe because this hasn't really broken trend. I'm still waiting for a pullback. So what does this mean? It means, I think, even though I think there's still room, and I don't think, even though we're extended, I don't think we just roll over and die. We notice that doesn't happen anymore in the past couple of years. You have to pick your stocks carefully, but like I talked about last night, you have to pick your time frame. You can't be unless you're day trading it or overnight trading it, you can't have a very short time frame on your setups because the market needs some rest and maybe the stock that you're looking at needs some rest. So again, if you trade options, when I say give yourself time, that's mainly in the option world because you always have time in the stock world. When you do the timing wrong in the stock world, you set your stop too tight, and that gets you stopped out of the trade a little bit quicker. But when you do your timing wrong in the options world, you buy sometimes more out of the money than you need to in your strike, whether it's puts or calls, and they're expiring too soon before that stock does what you expect to do. So really keep an eye on your time frame. Okay, so we're going to talk about a few stocks here. One that I like, PSX. I've been showing this to my members for a little while now. I think I showed this to you guys last week as well. It broke out. It's fired long Bollinger Bands out of Keltner channels. So now this becomes a momentum trade, where I like to put my stop if I'm going to get in this. If I'm not already in, if I'm in it, I'm trailing my stop 2 bars. If I'm going to jump in it tomorrow, I'm putting a stop at the low of today, which was 84.34, so that as long as it holds that low, I can reach my targets. First target 86.52, up here 88.82, then 91.75. This is a pure breakout play. Okay, and I'll show you how they work. I'll show you a free video that you can get on the site that shows you how I like to trade breakout plays. Netflix was a request, and I do really like Netflix here. It's the all-time highs are right here. Back in July, these 4 candles right here were the times they reached the all-time highs. So anything at all-time highs when the market's like this is blue sky territory to me. What I mean by blue sky territory is nobody owns it up here because it's never been up here that needs to sell it. So as it goes up here, nobody needs to get out. It's in blue sky territory. Again, it doesn't mean it runs straight up to there, so that's why I say give yourself time. I'm looking for Netflix to continue to hold 466, or at least the 8 EMA that runs up, and the next target be at 487. And then we'll have that round number of 500 to watch out for. Amazon, again, another request. Still in a little different of a round because it's not at all-time highs, but it's trying to fill a gap, here. Trying to fill a gap in here. If it can push through 337, which is that fib retracement right there, 351 is right in its sights. And again, this is all about, again, time frame. You can get into this now with a stop. And when you put your stops in, you always have to put your stops in according to your risk. Like if you're putting a really tight stop in here at these lows about 332, which are the low, again, the low today was actually 333. Put that stop in it there. You can go a little bit more heavy in the position because you're going to get stopped out a little bit quicker. If you go down to this 329 level, which is support, bigger support than 333, you go a little bit lighter in the position. Okay, that's with stock. Again, same with options. You would go lighter or heavier in the positions, but you can give yourself less time on this one, the 333 stop, a little bit more time on the 329. I just don't think anything's going anywhere, and I could be wrong, depending on some momentum. With the way the market is extended, I don't think anything's going anywhere really fast that we can see on the charts. If it gets over 337, it could make that run. Sorry about that. It could make that run to 351. But again, it might not be a quick move, so give yourself some time. But that's the setup there. 329 stop, 333 stop, through 337, you get 351. And again, covering Yelp again, I get asked questions every day. Am I still in Yelp? Yes, I'm still in Yelp. Moving my stop up tomorrow to 77.50. Remember, I'm down here in the 72 and change area. Down in here. I'm just trying to let something run here. Try not to, take my profits prematurely. 77.50 is my stop now. I know I have $80 as firm resistance. If it gets through there, it could reach 85. But I'm just simply, since it's extended away from the moving averages I've been talking about, since it's extended, I'm trailing my stop 1 bar. So which means the low of the previous day. So tomorrow when market opens, I'll be trailing it to 77.70. So I'm going to pause this for a second to show you, to make sure the page is loaded up right, to show you where some of those free videos are. Okay, we are there. And this one right here is how I traded a $3,000 directional option account and doubled it in 3 weeks. Just by pretty much doing those pure breakout plays like I showed on PSX. So that's something you want to watch there. And all the stuff we talk about using Fibonacci retracements, the favorite indicators on my charts here, these are all free videos you can have access to just by signing up. And again, one more thing, because I did get a question on this from last night. Again, people sometimes don't want full commitment to a site. So anybody that wants to subscribe to get the members video, in the members video I covered 25 stocks tonight, and with the setups, the same type of setups I give you guys with the 4 or 5 or 3 or 4 that I cover with you guys. You can get access to that members video without all the bells and whistles. I have to be logging into the site every day to see what's going on. Just for this $20 per month, as opposed to the regular $50 a month where you get the trading room and the trade alerts, morning game plan, everything that you see here right here. So that's sort of, I got a question when I showed that last night of what do we get and what don't we get. And you just get really access to the members video with all the bells and whistles. You want my trade alerts, access to the trading room, and the trading handbook access if you're looking to learn some things. You just go ahead and do the gold membership. So keep the questions coming, keep the requests coming on the contact form.